Today we're tackling a critical topic for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam, comparing the core compute services. The exam loves to give you a scenario and ask which service is the best fit. So let's clarify when to use each one. We'll cover EC2, Lambda, ECS, Fargate, Lightsail, and Batch. First up is Amazon EC2, which stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. The key exam concept for EC2 is full control. Think of EC2 as a virtual server in the cloud where you manage everything from the operating system up. An exam question might describe a company migrating a legacy application from their on-premises data center without making changes. Because they need deep control over the environment, EC2 is the correct answer. The trap is choosing EC2 when a more managed service would suffice. Always look for keywords like full control or root access. Next is AWS Lambda, the serverless, event-driven compute service. For the CCP exam, you must associate Lambda with running code in response to triggers, like an image upload to an S3 bucket or an API call. Lambda functions are designed for short-running, stateless tasks, typically with a maximum execution time of 15 minutes. A common exam scenario involves a need to process data automatically without managing any servers. The trick wording to watch for is any mention of long-running processes or applications that require a persistent state, which are not suitable for Lambda. Now let's discuss containers, starting with ECS, the Elastic Container Service. ECS is a highly scalable container orchestration service that supports Docker containers. If an exam question mentions Docker or containerized applications and implies the company wants to manage the underlying cluster of EC2 instances, ECS is your answer. The main point of confusion is its relationship with Fargate. AWS Fargate is a serverless compute engine for containers. Think of Fargate as running containers without having to manage the servers or clusters. If a scenario asks for a way to run containers with the least operational overhead, Fargate is the correct choice. Then there's Amazon Lightsail. The key takeaway for the exam is simplicity and predictable pricing. Lightsail bundles everything needed for a simple application, like a WordPress blog or a small test environment, into a fixed, low monthly cost. An exam question might describe a student or a small business needing to launch a simple website with a predictable budget. Don't get trapped into choosing Lightsail for a complex, scalable enterprise application. It's designed for straightforward use cases. Finally, we have AWS Batch. As the name suggests, Batch is for batch computing workloads. For the exam, associate AWS Batch with processing large volumes of data offline, such as for scientific research, financial modeling, or media transcoding. It dynamically provisions the optimal quantity and type of compute resources based on the job's needs. The exam trap is to confuse it with real-time processing. Batch is for jobs that can run non-interactively and be completed at a later time. A simple way to remember these is every CM2 gives control. Lambda listens for events. ECS contains servers. Fargate forgets servers. Batch is for big jobs. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.